Today I've got a specimen of butterfly that has become greasy. You can see on the hind wings and the lower part of the forewings. The wings are all greasy, and this is fat that has leached out of the body. It happens sometimes. This is a Unica butterfly. It's a genus, South American nymphalids. They're really pretty. I like them. They're all black with various blue markings on them, and I think they're really pretty. You can see the blue on the forewings. So I'm going to try a degreasing and see if I can clean this specimen up. I've got a jar for the acetone. We're using acetone, which is again toxic and volatile, so you want to be careful with this. And I'm going to put some acetone in the jar, enough to cover the specimen, and then the lid on there while I wait. And then I'm going to take the specimen. We want to have it up towards the top of the pin, so I'm going to gently push the pin through until it's all the way to the top of the pin, like this. And I'll open up the jar, and I can just set it upside down into the acetone, and we'll let it sit for at least an hour or so, and then I'll come back and pull it out and check on it. Wow, I can see little bits of grease floating on the surface already. Alright, so I'm gonna set this outside, and we'll come back and check on it in a little while. Now, I was just going to let this sit for a couple of hours, but I actually got wrapped up in some other projects, so it's been about a day and a half. But this acetone will not hurt the wings of Lepidoptera. If you let a grasshopper or a leaf bug or something sit in this acetone, it would bleach out the color, but it won't do that to the butterflies and moths. So I'm guessing that this is thoroughly degreased by now. It shouldn't wreck the mount either. It shouldn't relax the specimen so the wings go out of position. It looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take a piece of paper towel here and just set this on it briefly, just to absorb some of the acetone. I'll put this away. Acetone's really volatile, so this should dry out pretty quickly. But since it has been wetted, the wings will sometimes wrinkle a little bit. They won't dry out completely flat, so I'm going to pin it just to hold down the wings nice and flat so that it looks good. Now I'm going to use glassine, which is translucent paper. This is what they make envelopes out of to hold insects. And the way I do it is I'll just get a piece that's about the right width and fold it along the edge so that it comes out the right length, and get some scissors and just cut the piece out. And then I'll cut the folded edge just along the edge, and then I should have two strips of equal width. And I like to have them equal. It just makes it easier to get the specimen all nice and symmetrical. And I'm going to cut it about as long as I think it needs to be. And those should be my two pieces. So this is the label. Unica viola, Peru, Loreto, 2008. Now I want to place the pin in the center of the spreading board, and I want to get the pin nice and straight, and then push it in until, so not going in there. Oh, the head came off the pin. This is something that happens when you soak it in acetone. The head's got like some glue or something on it that holds the pin in place. It's okay to have a pin without a head. I prefer to have them with the head on. There. Now I'll set the butterfly down into the groove, and I'll use a pin to brace the body, and then I'll use a glassine to hold the wing down. I don't even think I need to do this, but I'll show you anyway. Maybe on a larger specimen the wings would wrinkle more, but I have a feeling this one's going to come out nice and flat. And then just put a few pins around to hold the wing flat until it dries. It shouldn't take very long. This acetone evaporates really quickly. So we'll just pin this down for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or something. And then we'll come back and have a look and see if the wing has been degreased. Here, I'll put a pin here too. Yeah, there. Just to hold it in place. Okay. Now it's been about 10-15 minutes here, so let's pull the pins off and see if we got a good result. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Oh yeah, it's all degreased. You can get some light on that. You can see the blue iridescence on the forewings. If I get the light on that, you can see it. Yeah, and then the hind wings are just brown. There's a bit of streaking on the hind wings, but really good. That turned out really well. So, if you have a damaged specimen like that, it can be salvaged. Just get your acetone and degrease it, and it'll come out really nice. It's like dry cleaning. Think of it like dry cleaning. Here's our finished specimen. Came out really good. And now show you some others. These are 3 other Unica genus. These are all from South Central America. A few of them wander up into the southern United States, Florida, Arizona, and Texas. These have exceptional color. There's just something really appealing to me about the black with blue. Just think they're really pretty. Here, we'll have a look at this box too. This is my teaching collection of nymphalids. It's family. These are all one family. Some Native American, North American, some exotic. It's a big group of medium-sized butterflies. A lot of really pretty ones. These are a few more in that genus, Unica. Some of them have less blue. Some of them are really spectacular. And so we can take our newly degreased specimen, and there's a spot for it right here. Do a little better than that. I do know other people who collect, and one friend in particular, he just always wants them to be the most spectacular, and this one probably wouldn't be quite attractive enough to get his attention, but I like to illustrate all of the variations within a genus. So whenever I see one of these come up for sale, I always try and get one. There's one really pretty one in Florida, and I do have relatives and friends there, so Florida dusky purple wing, I think it's called, so maybe someday I'll be able to find one of those when I'm down there. A lot of that's pretty hit and miss. You have to be in the right spot to do it, but there you go. These are all nymphallid butterflies, relatives. Some from North America. Most of these are exotic, from all over the world.